Whatever it takes, I know I can make it through. A Degrassi podcast with Kelsey and Holland too. I know I can make it through.
Hi, and welcome to Whatever It Takes, a podcast about Degrassi the Next Generation. I'm Kelsey.
And I'm Holland. And today we have a special guest with us, returning Sean Quigley.
Yay!
Hey!
Back for an episode he specifically requested, so I guess we'll get into why he chose this one. But today we are talking about Season 9, Episodes 7 and 8, Beat It. And Kelsey, will you please read us the Degrassi Wiki summary?
Sure. After an embarrassing incident in lifeguard class, Riley is determined to prove to the world and himself that he's straight. Meanwhile, Anya lies to Sav about her after-school activities. Dave gets confident and asks Jenna out, and when they go out... This is a strange sentence. And when they go out, he assumes that Jenna is his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Part 2. Riley is accused of gay bashing after punching Sam and is ostracized by his classmates. Feeling desperate, he decides to search for a deprogrammer to make himself straight. Sav finds out about Anya and Leia LARPing and is upset and bewildered in Anya for why she would hang out with losers. Jenna has to set Dave straight. Final appearance of Blue Chessex.
I mean, honestly,
Really?
good.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine, but I don't remember him being in this episode at all.
He was definitely in it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I remember him leaning against like a carnival ride with a chick being like, oh, this is my new girlfriend, and that
he's
was
like-
about it.
He's like, I drew you a picture. Can I get your phone
Yeah,
number?
yeah.
That's his whole move.
Yep.
Use what you've got.
I mean,
Sure.
Honestly, that's so many guys I went to art school with. Yeah. All right.
Can I draw you?
Oh my God, remember that Avenue Allegra in the park?
Yeah, my sister was in Prospect Park like a month ago, and some guy came up to her and was like, "Can I draw you?" And she was like, what? Okay, whatever. You can sit over there. I don't care. And then he started
I
talking to her, and
can't
he
tell
was
if I would be flattered or
creepy.
offended if somebody wanted to draw me.
She was
It's like,
very-
is it because you think I'm a handsome man, or is it because you think I'm like just so bizarre looking that I'd be so good to draw?
I think it
Like
was
it'll
like
be a real challenge.
an extended pickup, because then afterward he asked for her phone number and she was like, no, I'll give you my Instagram handle or something. And then he's like, all right, I'll off to find my next victim. He like literally said that, and it was terrifying.
I'm honestly surprised he didn't murder her.
Well, it was broad daylight, and I think she was in a crowded park, so I think that luck was on her side that day.
That's good, yeah. No, if somebody tries to draw you at night, then you're in real fucking trouble.
If you're in an alleyway, someone has to draw you. Probably don't let that happen.
Time to run.
Get the fuck out of there.
But the episode is called Beat It, which is a 1982 song by Michael Jackson. And I guess it works in that Riley is trying to beat the gay out of himself, maybe?
He also beat that
He
guy.
beat that guy up a little bit.
Although I will say, I feel that they fell short upon using Beat It for an episode with no masturbation whatsoever in it. You'd think they'd save Beat It for the jerking off episode at some
True.
point.
Like,
There was a boner in it, though.
it's true. Please know
Yeah, exactly.
that,
There was a boner. That helps.
Please know
That's
that I've
half the,
been
that's
thinking
half the
about
job.
it the entire time. I've just been thinking about, like anytime I hear Beat It now, that is where my brain goes. I'm like, nope, that's not what this is about. That's not what this is about.
Yeah, missed opportunity. But let's just dive into it, I guess. Dive in. Speaking of, we're at the
Oh my
swimming
God.
pool.
Oh my God, Holland.
What? It was a seamless transition, Kelsey.
I loved it.
We're at the swimming pool, and Riley's like, I've been swimming forever, so I'm just going to try to be a lifeguard now.
And I just wrote that Riley would fucking be a lifeguard. That is extremely Riley.
And the lifeguard teacher guy is super hot.
Oh my God, crazy hot.
And Riley agrees because he gets a
Oh,
boner.
Riley is instantly smitten.
Because then he's like he's doing CPR on a dummy, and Riley gets a boner and jumps in a pool to hide it.
And also, like, that one mean kid like points
Fitz,
it out.
Fritz, what was that guy's name?
Who cares?
Something.
But I'm like,
Yeah,
what is?
it's
I'm like, why are you pointing this? Like, who gives a shit? Stop it.
Why are you looking
no
at the
man
first
on
place?
earth would just scream "whoa." He just said "whoa," like straight out of boner.
Not cool, dude.
Like there's some simple things that like guys understand that you just don't do to each other, and pointing out a boner in front of a bunch of strangers is certainly one of them.
Well, that kid is a massive dick, so which we find out throughout the episode.
He just continues to be an asshole.
But then the theme song plays. Sean, how do you feel about the new Stoods theme song?
Oh, it's trash. But I mean, let's be real. It's never been like, it's not like this theme song has ever been, it's not going to be in the National Library for being culturally significant anytime soon.
True.
It's
It was never a
been
great
good.
song.
No.
But no, the Stoods cover is troublesome for
I don't
sure.
know, I loved the choir version.
But that's
Oh.
just like for
Maybe that's just
nostalgia.
nostalgia, yeah. But then
We did name our entire podcast after that shitty theme song.
Yeah.
It was the right thing to do.
But then we're hanging out outside, and Riley's hanging out with like the most random group of people. She's hanging out with Fiona, which is fun because she's his beard right now. And then it's Shantae, Blue, and this Lego hair Fritz kid, whatever his name is.
Lego hair is
I
killing
can't take
me.
credit for Lego hair. Allegra gave that to me. Also, Allegra watched this with me with this in a slightly altered state, and I've written down a lot of choice quotes from her throughout the episode, which I will
Okay.
inform you on when we get to them.
I'm very excited about this.
Absolutely.
But yeah, they're like hanging out,
And they're being really good beards for each other.
yeah, and this asshole kid is like,
Straight up asks if they're sleeping together.
yeah, that was weird.
Fucking weird.
They're like, we're
Very
waiting.
strange.
That's like a weird.
But the kind of guy who
thing.
points out somebody's boner is the kind of guy who would be tactless enough to ask that question.
I mean, that's a
Yeah.
very fair point. But like, what the shit? Like, why?
I don't know.
I can't imagine a scenario in which like my friend and their partner are like sitting in a group outing, and
So
I
have
just
you guys had
and I just
sex
turn
yet?
to them and go, "So are you guys sleeping together? What's going on with you sexually? Like, what? The
You know what?
fuck?
I might ask that, but I'm not like not a good example of like human behavior by any means.
But would you like in a group? Like, I feel like if it was just like
Probably not.
I feel like if it was just like you and that person or you and that couple, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
In
If
a
I was
group,
drunk, I'd be like,
though?
"Well, you guys are obviously doing it, right?" I'd say something along those lines.
But then I think this kid also brings up like the boner incident from the day before, and
Yeah.
Riley was like, "I was thinking about my girlfriend."
He just.
That was my favorite line.
Oh my god!
Because it's just Riley's just so bad at being straight. He just like he doesn't know how to be like one of
so
the
bad at
like
it.
one
And
of the straight guys, and he tries really hard to.
He does not know how to be like a typical straight
No.
dude. Because also
No,
like
he-
typical straight dude is not going to be like, I was thinking about my girlfriend. It's going to be like, I was thinking about
Exactly.
Christina Hendricks. Like,
Yeah.
And then
Like,
yeah.
First of all, and like one of the reasons I wanted to come on this episode is because I'm the only one who could have experience with the mid-class boner. Unfortunately, I never had a pool to jump in, although that's quite a display. But it's a subject that deserves respect and sensitivity. As it happened to me, every hour for about 6 years straight at least.
Oh my
so
God.
I understand, like, oh, it's no joke. It's
being a boy sounds like an
a
actual
really
nightmare.
nonstop thing.
Oh my god.
That does not sound fun.
Oh,
And I'm
I've
sorry
gotten
that
called
happened
up
to
to
you.
like the front of the class in the middle of one. You learn all sorts of tips and tricks as you grow up. It's just a thing. But this is something that happens, gay or straight. Every high school kid in your class probably has a boner at all times. It's just something you got to deal with.
And don't call it out in front of everybody.
Never.
You fucking
Never.
dumbass.
It's fucking rude.
Yeah, I told you. I
but
was
I
thinking
think-
about my girlfriend. This is a great line.
Oh
And
my
then
god. And he just
Riley-
really lumbers over the word girlfriend. Like, he really struggles with it every time he says it.
I have my first Allegra quote,
I'm ready.
which is, he has the worst line delivery of anyone on the show, including Isabella.
She's not wrong.
And then the second one is, he has gay Nick Lachey face. Which I don't know what that means, but she said that.
Perfect.
Um,
Oh, Allegra.
But then we are...
Oh, wait, can we fashion, please? Because I
Yeah.
only have like 2 notes, and one of them is Riley's puka shell
Yeah,
necklace.
Riley's wearing puka
Oh,
shells.
one of my 3 is also.
In the LARPing, I was really confused about the foil helmet on that one child.
It's a weird choice.
That's another one of my notes.
I like Anya's dress in the LARPing, though, and
Yeah.
I did not care for her wedding dress, but I guess it's appropriate as far as a pretend wedding dress for a high schooler it goes.
I will say this. It might be because I played Dungeons and Dragons for the first time in my life 2 weeks ago.
Isn't it
but
fun?
I found
I play with Cody.
Oh, it was one of the better nights of my life. It was fantastic amount of fun. But so I might just be in that mindset, but I just found LARPing Anya, I found way too sexy for words. I was way too into it. And it must just be because I'm in a role player's mind right now.
No, she looks great. Like, she really pulls it
Oh,
off.
she
She's in
looks
her
fantastic.
element.
Well, she's kind of like baby Liv Tyler. Like, she has those kind of vibes.
Yeah.
And like Liv Tyler
And,
was
I don't know, the
Arwen
big
in Lord of the Rings, and that was the whole thing.
And the big styrofoam sword, that's cool. Girls with swords are cool. Like,
Absolutely.
call me old-fashioned, but a hot chick with a weapon is cool.
Yeah. I liked
Absolutely.
Fiona's like kind of minty green dress with the belt that she wears at one point.
Speaking of Fiona, did not care for different belt and a peasant top situation.
Oh no, that was bad.
It's a weird choice. Did not like it. Those are literally all my fashion notes.
Riley's wearing a gray striped polo at one point. Jenna wears a
Dave
tiny
is-
vest.
She would.
Dave is constantly cosplaying as a lime. I noticed that he only wears lime exclusively.
Oh, Dave.
Dave's cosplay is just citrus. It's fine.
Oh, in the second episode, Jenna's wearing a shirt that says, I heart cute boys, which made me very fucking ill.
I
Of
don't
course she
like that. I
did.
do not like that at all. I feel like I should wear that shirt ironically. I think that would be really fun.
Yeah, I would wear that shirt ironically.
You
but
should wear
I
that
also,
shirt
ironically, I also have an If You Seek Amy shirt, and I had a shirt that said, I'm on your boyfriend's top 8 at one point in
Oh
my
my
life.
god,
That's
I love it. I love it
amazing.
so much.
That I wore on a date.
Perfect.
It's incredible.
It worked out fine.
How'd the date go?
Really good, really good.
All right.
But
Made out
then-
on the waterbed. I was like 14. It was rad.
Perfect.
It's a really good shirt.
So the shirt was even topical then.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So then we're in class with Sav and Anya. Oh, Sav got a haircut.
Thank
And it looks
God.
really good.
I love it.
And he's like, oh, I have my Studes has their first, or Janie and the Studs, I
Blech.
guess is what they're called now. We have our first unplugged set at the Dot. And I'm like, who cares? Let her live and take self-defense class.
I also literally wrote "Let Anya live."
Because she's like, oh, I can't. I have self-defense class after school. You know, I can't do anything on these days. And he's like, but it's our first class. And I was like, shut the fuck up, Sav. Let her do her thing.
But Sav is
I
so
don't-
fucking codependent.
There's nothing I understand more than a girl not wanting to see her boyfriend's band play unplugged.
For the millionth
Seriously.
time. Because then Leia's like, can I go with you? I don't want to go see Dudes play again. And Anya's like, oh, you wouldn't like it. So it's like, is she really going to self-defense class? I don't know.
I don't know. Or maybe she just doesn't like Leia, which is valid.
Oh,
That girl cannot keep a goddamn secret, and she's super boring. And I feel like
And a liar.
And a liar. I feel like her ballet background is bullshit.
yeah. Oh, Leia. But then we are in PE or wrestling class club. Riley
Who
and Peter
knows?
only ever wrestle when they're in this environment, and I'm confused by it. Because then Riley is talking to Peter about his girl issues, and he's like, I need to convince her to sleep with me. And I was like,
Ugh.
oh boy.
I hated that. That made me very upset.
And then Peter's like,
But at the same time, I was very happy because Peter, who you expect to be like, the guy's like, well, here's the thing about girls. Sometimes they don't know they want to fuck you. You expect him to be that guy?
Yeah.
But he was Mr. Respect a women's desire to wait.
yeah.
I literally wrote Peter is ... right and good ?
Yeah. I have another Allegra quote talking about Riley again.